Bulk How back again. It's that time again on 98.3 FM WBULL, waking up with the bull in the morning, right here on your FM dial. Good morning. This camera's all kinds of up close and personal right now because it's YouTube Live. I don't particularly care for the way the resolution is. I don't know. I don't know. Look at the size of this thing. That's massive. This is a 7-pot pink. I forgot the breeder of this pepper, the person that crossed it. So I do apologize. Um, I'm not giving you props by name, but you do get props by product. Yeah, I had this pepper once last year, and a matter of fact, it was pepper. It was in a mixed box from Nick Kemp's of Hell Garden, and I liked it and never heard of it. I actually kept the seeds to it. I don't keep the seeds to every pepper I try. Trust me, it's random stuff. If I try it and I'm like, that's good, um, I'll keep seeds. Then I'll label them. And then later on, I'll maybe I don't know 50% of them. I'll go online and try to get isolated seeds. Some of them I don't. I forget. Or I just use the seeds I have. Um, so far, I've only seen one accidental cross this year from seeds I took out of a pepper, and then turned out to be awesome. So, got some monster mash on deck, breakfast burrito. Waiting on some people to jump on here live. Might be a little bit too early. The bull cow wakes up earlier than other people do. That voice. So Jason from Late for Work, he was laughing about it when I did it in one of the videos. And it's imitating another DJ. I'm not a DJ anymore. I used to be, but I used to DJ at a couple bars and clubs in my town, and um, it all started. We were at a friend of mine's house. It was right down the street from my house, and we were all partying and stuff. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Sally wasn't there this time. Um, anyways, we're all partying, and I'm like, what are we gonna do, guys? This, that, and everything. Of course, none of us are gonna drive. We're not gonna go anywhere far. But there was this club down the street, and upstairs there was this big, huge 3 stories. But upstairs from there was a strip club, and they're like, let's go down the strip club, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like, I don't go to strip clubs, man. Sorry. When I was a DJ, the strippers though, I would DJ bachelor parties and stuff, and the strippers would come. They would tip me out like crazy. They loved the job that I did when I was a DJ, and the strippers would just bam, bam. I remember one of them. I think it was 7 strippers. They each gave me $100, just a tip. I walked out of there with what I got paid to DJ and that. But anyways, I'm not into all that no more. Um, but I said I'm not going to a strip club, man. I don't frequent those places. Um, it's just cheesy and lame. I don't know. So they said no, it'll be funny. You can hang out with DJ Johnny. Now I knew DJ Johnny, but I never heard him talk like on a mic in there. And we went down there, and as soon as we walk in, we heard him, and he was like, there was this girl like on the stripper pole, and she was like some '80s washed up stripper, somebody that used to be famous and or at least in that area. I don't know, man. But we walked in, and all I heard was this. There she goes, Destiny Be Wild on the pole, and she's gonna be going strong all night long. I heard that, and I about peed my pants. I was laughing so hard that my stomach hurt. I couldn't contain myself. I couldn't stop laughing. So I went into the DJ booth, and DJ Johnny seen me, and I walk in, and he's like, "There he is! It's DJ Rock in the building." And so I was just, I was dying and stuff. So, anyways, I kept getting on the mic and imitating him. People thought I was him, and then a couple of times he came to my club, and he'd come up in the DJ booth, and I would imitate him while he's standing next to me in my DJ booth, and people thought it was him. And then a couple other times, I was DJing downstairs at the club. It was all owned by the same people, and there was a little back door where my DJ booth was on the same floor as where he was, but the dance floor was down below. But I'd cut through that door and go in, and I just literally run up in there and grab his mic and be like, "There she goes." And we were going back that first night. So, anyways, we were going back to the house, and our friend Frenchie, I don't know why, he rode a skateboard down. It wasn't really that far, but we were going up a hill, and Frenchie was on his skateboard, and he's trying to go uphill and stuff, and my friends are all standing there, and I go, "There he goes, Frenchie on the skateboard. He's trying hard." And man, they fell out. They laughed so hard that they were on the ground, and they're holding their stomachs, and just they couldn't stop. So, anyways, sorry to tell you about that. It's just a crazy story. I'm supposed to be a Pepper review, but and if you hear me doing that voice in the morning, just messing around, that's shout out to DJ Johnny. You're the creator of it. And Johnny was he was a young, not young. I mean, he was my age, but he was. I think he did radio DJ stuff before that, and he used to surprise people because he was black. People used to hear his voice, and they'd see him come out of the booth, and they're like, "Oh man, I thought he was white." Stereotype stuff. Don't ever judge a book by its color. All right, 7 Pot Pink. Let's go. Oh yeah, I remember you well, my friend. Instant citrusy flavor. Ooh, it's hotter than I remembered. This is a really big one though, really wrinkly. Oh. Okay. Here's what it is. Citrusy, fruity. I'm not getting any floral notes yet, but I'm not into the placenta, too much here. Just, I can say this. Some citrusy, when we say that, tastes like 5 Alive juice. Comment below if you've ever had 5 Alive. 5 Alive was a was a concentrated orange juice type. The little cartons, or I don't know what you call them, little tubes you buy in the frozen section. You mix it with water. I don't even know if people still do that. I had Donald Duck orange juice back in the 70s, 80s, and they had 5 Alive. 5 Alive was 5 citruses in one. So I guess 5 Alive was supposedly, it basically looked like orange juice, but I guess it was orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit, and maybe tangerine or something. I don't know. So most times you say citrusy, it's kind of orangey or 5 Alive-y. Now, Other times you'll hear us say citrusy or lemony. That means it kind of tastes like lemon. This, the citrus notes of this are grapefruity. Pronounce it 3 times fast. Grapefruity, grapefruity, grapefruity. Um, I think this is the only pepper that I've ever really got that from. It's got good heat. Excellent pepper. Excellent pepper. My growing partner has a couple plants of this. I unfortunately do not. I gave the seeds to a lady that germinates for my growing partner. I got a couple plants from her. One of them was supposed to be this, and I put it in the ground, and it's throwing red pods that don't look like this now and don't taste like this. So I think that maybe she mixed the tags up, or anything's possible. You know, another seed could have been on the table when she did it. Not a big deal. I ain't mad about it. If I did it, if it was my fault, I own it. I mixed up tags on one plant. Well, it would be two. It was only because I was transplanting them both at the same exact time, and I set the tags on the table. But I knew what they were. As soon as they're out front, they're just these small pots I have with these little plants, little almost bonsai plants. But I noticed the pods coming in, and one of them had nice little short stubby things with a tail, and the other one's long and smooth. And well, that is an orange ghost. And that's a VLC orange primo. But the tags, I put the tags in them. And I didn't do that with all of them because I didn't, you know, all my other stuff's in bigger pots. I transplanted them one at a time. This one I actually took 2 pots, set up there, took the tags out, set them down, put them in there, and I done screwed up, but it's all right. I know what they are now. Woo! The temperature hot from the burritos ramping this up. What time is it in the morning here? I don't see anybody watching. What a good pepper, guys. Look at that. What a good pepper. Man, citrusy in an almost grapefruit kind of way. Definitely impressive. I like peppers like that. I like peppers that have good heat, low floral, low bitter. It does have some floralness though. Of course, all super hots. We'll get down to placenta. We'll get a little bit of it now, but low floral, low bitter. Let me get this. Stuff this. Stuffing that in the burrito. I'm always going to take solo bites, you know, when I review a pod and stuff, but I like it in the food also. You know? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the old DJ Johnny voice. Well, now you guys know where it came from. When it was funny, I'd say it. I'm from a little city called Gloversville, New York. And it's a tore up town. Jason in the building. Jason, I just told the full story at the beginning of this of the bull cow in the morning voice right here on your FM dial. I'm burning pretty good, man. Just ate a 7-pot pink. Excellent pepper. Unfortunately, I don't have any yet because mine was the one I got from the lady was mistagged. But Chase has some. Right ear's burning right now. Right ear's coming to a burn. Plus, I put the last couple bites of it I put in my burrito, a little monster mash. Oh, the temperature heat in that burrito is ramping this up. Woo, pretty good. The heat's good on it. Definitely the heat that would satisfy anybody. Um, is it as hot as a peach brain collapse? No. Those are brutal. That's what this pepper might be. Let me show you guys. I don't know what this is. It was growing in a patch out at the pepper patch with Fadas white, and that's what Chase thought it was. And some the other pods actually look a lot of them look like a Fadas white. This one, because it has a stinger like that, I don't know, but it could be um, a peach variant. Somebody told me. I don't know. I know like the White Knight is a Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion cross with a white ghost. I don't remember what the Fadas white. I don't even know if I know what that was, but a lot of times people will cross a peach and a white pod, or a yellow and a white pod, and they end up with a new white pod. Watch those white pods; they are good, but they'll fool you. You'll eat the end of it, and you're just getting this great flavor and a nice little burn. When you get down the placenta, though, they'll light you up. But I could say that my favorite pods are yellow and white pods. All day, they always will be. Um, Peach pods are 50-50. I've had a lot of them that are very, very floral. They don't have the earthy notes. You ain't never had a white pod yet? Aw, oh, man, brother. Okay. Well, I got you reserved then. Now, I don't know what I don't know what I'll get from Chase. The stuff Chase has gotten mostly for my sauces. If I happen to get a Fadas white from him, when I'm sending you something, I'll put one in there. But I have white pods myself too. The white Maruga, white Scorpion, which I reviewed one yesterday, or yeah, yesterday morning, I think. Excellent pepper, man. One of my favorites. So I do have those in the garden. Uh, Jason, I also have White Knight. The White Knight is that is like, I don't know. There's not a lot of people growing it. Kevin in the building. Well, I got you, Jason. You'll get at least 2 white pods in your next box as long as they're ripe. They should be. I've had White Knights on the bush now for a while, and I've had the White Scorpions on the bush for a while, but they haven't ripened up yet. So, although I had one that was like 85% ripened. I put it in a box and sent it to somebody yesterday, hoping it ripens up in the mail. Or when they get it, I'm gonna tell them just to eat that one last. Yeah, brother, you're gonna love them, man. Jason, you are. I could tell, man. I know your kind of flavor profiles and stuff, and you view a lot of things like I do. Um, and you like them lemon ghost jalapenos, man. So did I. You're gonna love. You're gonna love white pods. Um, I I didn't grow any why nots this year, but they're pretty good. Although for some reason those seem to be a little. They don't have a lot of flavor when you bite into them, but they're not still a good pepper. I think I like the white scorpion, um, the Fadas white. Those two are probably the best 2 white pods that I've had. I had the 7-pot white, um, and white ghost. Where's that? Oh, so this right here is a yellow bootla. So it's a ghost chalk crossed with a Dougla, but it's a I think it's a white. I think it's a white ghost with a yellow Douglas, or the other way around. So I'll be trying this later. Yeah, I got some cool pods here. So this is the ones. This is the Pink Tiger. Some people call this the solid gold boot. Um, this is the Pink Tiger cross. Yeah, I've had them before, Jason. I had these before. They're not that hot. They're really good though. Um, they're hard to get your hands on. I'll tell you that. This is a Pink Tiger cross with a solid or with a golden and peach boot. This is a ripe one. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's ripe. So I'm gonna have to eat this soon. I've got a bunch of them on the plant that are purple, but then this part is green. You don't want to eat them like that. They're still good to eat like that, and they're still hot. But check out this yellow reaper. You see the tail on that thing? Yeah. Then this guy. And then, like I said, I got this peach pod. I'm kind of scared of this. We don't know if it's a Fadas White that reverted back to peach or if it was a mislabel on my part or Chase's part. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you got one of those. Yeah. Yeah. If you let it sit, it's probably right now. You can probably eat it if it's still a little bit green like that. It's not bad. I'll be honest. There's not much difference, but you know, like this, it's a little bit softer. It's a little bit easier to chew, and but there's really not much difference in the flavor. I've had them both ways. I reviewed this last year twice. I reviewed it once like this, and then later on the season, I reviewed it once. But I already reviewed one that was green and purple this year on my channel. And Chastity loves it. And and I put one in that pineapple gauntlet. That's why I don't mind with those. I don't mind picking them a little bit underripe because they don't really matter much. Most peppers you can't do that with. Most peppers you pick them like that and you eat them and they're not hot, or else they just don't have any, they don't have any flavor. That's a real neutral pepper. It doesn't have any dominant flavors in it. It doesn't. It's just hot. Um, the bitterness and floralness is pretty low on it for how big of a placenta it has, and so it's overall a good pepper. Yeah, and that's what I put in my Jason. That's what I put in my blueberry sauce. Is this? That's the number one pepper that's in it. So yeah, yeah. I got some pods to review. Um, Today I still got a video from last night of Mrs. Bokow, or from yesterday. We reviewed a Naga Brain Jigsaw. And I'll tell you right now, I was not expecting to like that pepper because jigsaws can be a little floral. Uh, Brains are a floralness that I do not like at all. I hate the red brain strain pepper. I can't stand it. I don't want anything to do with it. And then Nagas, if it's a Naga Morich, a lot of times has a certain kind of floralness that I don't like. So Naga, Brain, and Jigsaw, I was like, man, this thing's gonna suck. I thought it didn't. It was really good. There wasn't any floralness now till I got down to the placenta, and I'm talking about eight. And this was after the video. I actually ate the very very tip of it, and then I got some floralness. But I was surprised it wasn't that floral, and it was hot. So I'm finding peppers, guys. That's I bought seeds last year for that. Gave them to one of my growing partner, and I yesterday got to try one. So we're really looking to fine tune what I'm doing here, with my ghost cross and different things. I'm looking to take floral down, to lower it in peppers. Or do I got any Scotch Brain? Yes, I do. So Jason, I just threw out a whole bunch of them. Yeah. So here's the deal. I well this I think this is a KSLS Scotch Brain cross right here. The seeds were KSLS, I believe. Yeah, KSLS and then Scotch Brain. But we had a problem, man. I have a second growing partner, kind of a backup guy. That I gave him like just 36 plants, just but there was all yellow variants because he's never grown super hots, and he's a good grower of other stuff, but um, he's got some kind of problem with pests or something. I don't know, or I don't know what it is, but he actually he gave me a bunch of peppers. He just left them out in a cooler for me, and I threw out 90% of them. Um, they were just bad. There was big chunks taken out of them. A lot of seeds were brown. Now there was some good ones, and there not many though. But I asked him what's the issue here, and he said grasshoppers. I don't think that's the case. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I never knew grasshoppers would bust peppers, but he has Scotch brains that I gave him quite a few plants. I think he's got 4 or 5 plants. So Jason, yeah, I'll keep you in mind when I actually had some of them were good. I just I'm in the hold on, let me show you guys my Jason, hold on, let me show you what I got going on here. I got this is the first brining of my yellow mash. Look at that, guys. Yep. So my yellow mash I brine the peppers, halved peppers, and then I make the mash after a little while, and then I let the mash ferment. But in this, I have there's the lemon ghostly jalapenos, there's the yellow bootlas, there's yellow brain strain, Scotch brain yellow, yellow fever, yellow naga, yellow fatale. Um, there's some super sweet. I forgot. It's basically a super sweet yellow sweet pepper. Um, a little bit of yellow banana pepper. You guys gotta understand. And then there's a yellow onion. Uh, when you're making, and anyone that's watching this, okay, I want to give you guys a heads up so you don't waste a big old batch of sauce. When you're doing super hots like that, you have to throw something sweet in there. A lot of people use fruit. Not me. My fruit sauces are fruit sauces. They're not. I don't want to ferment it with something. I just don't. Personally, I don't like that. I hear Miller talk about it. He don't like that kind of mixture. Just not my cup of tea. Uh, when you're fermenting a savory sauce, you still have to put something with sugar content in it. That's where you put onion and some kind of sweet pepper. And what that does is it takes out the bitter and floral notes from the super hots, and it mellows them down. It helps it ferment because I think the sugar's giving off, and then and I always put a piece of cabbage at the top. Now watch, I'm gonna show you guys something. Watch this. Hold on. Now look at the color difference between this and this. Orange versus yellow. Why? Why is that? This is the mash of that. This was the one I made like, I don't know, a few weeks back. The problem is that when I did with this was I was being lazy, didn't feel like going to the store. I had red onion and then I put red cabbage at the top. So what it did is it changed the color of the brine to that, see that orangish pink? And so now I don't have yellow mash, I have orange mash. So this is not monster mash. This is not this is it smells so good. This is not monster mash. This is not yellow mash. This is orange mash. No, but anyways, this is just for Mrs. Bocow and me. This is just for us to eat because we have literally that much monster mash left, guys. Yeah, that's all we have. And you guys see I eat it every day on my breakfast. So the yellow mash will be available on lateforworkyoutube.com in another couple of weeks, guys. Check out their website. They got some killer products, man. You bring your wallet with you. Yeah, you're going to spend some money. It's like, are you going to get a good deal? Yeah. Are you gonna spend too much money? Yeah. Are you gonna burn? Yeah. But so today we're gonna be putting together the big fat jerk sauce, and so we'll get that. Jason will have that available. Um, it is a jerk sauce. It's for jerk chicken stuff like that. So if you like jerk, go check out lateforworkyoutube.com and get some of that. Um, Mine, basically, what I do is I take it's a classic Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper mash. And guys, this is not nothing new because I'm making hot sauces now. I known Jamaicans my whole life, and I'm talking about old Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? Jamaican grandmas and stuff like this. I've been making Scotch bonnet pepper mash and jerk chicken for years. For years, you go back to the early '90s. Um, and I've been making that maybe even longer. But what I've done is I've taken a Jamaican pepper mash, Scotch bonnet pepper mash. Of course, I put scorpion in it because Scotch bonnets ain't hot enough for it. I gotta add a little more heat. But and I take basically my jerk ingredients, which is thyme, allspice, scallions, stuff like that. And I'll just show you guys, man. I'm just like yeah, I mean, I don't talk about this too much, but I'll just show you guys. Like, I use straight organic ingredients, man. Um, and if I ever go up on a bigger scale, you know what I'm saying? You see organic green onions, man. That's like they're not coming from Mexico in some poop water. Organic Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I mean, that's what we use. That's what we use here. Organic turmeric. I mean, uh, knocked a bunch of organic stuff off the table. But it's more expensive. But at the end of the day, um, I believe I don't take care of myself. I work in an office. I have a lot of health problems: hernia, sciatica, um, lumbar back strain that's never healed. I have a heart condition, tachycardia, AFib. And the list goes on, man. And I spent my younger years just like in the streets doing drugs, running around. And then when I stopped doing all that, I started not eating. I don't eat healthy. I work in an office. But I'll tell you something. I believe that eating organic, which most of the stuff I eat now is organic, not all the time, not always. The eggs and stuff are organic and this, but the burrito shell's not because they don't have them. They haven't had them in a couple weeks, but I normally have organic. But I believe that eating organic, this is less Roundup that you're putting in your diet. Mrs. Bokow has no Roundup. She eats no glyphosate at all. Um, so I believe that less of that, hardly any. If it's just, and I believe that the capsaicin and the eating cleaner foods has definitely probably made me live longer. I don't know. I don't know if I could be dead right now. Who knows? I smoked cigarettes for 30 something years every day. Um, and praise God, man, I've never had, cancer or nothing like that. Uh, and I mean, it's like Ed Curry talks about like the power of capsaicin, and we've investigated it and found out, yeah. And so eating this stuff is good for you, man. I mean, the people that I don't know, these health conscious people and all these people, they need to get on board with this. Yeah, capsaicin is great all the way around the board, man. I mean, I knew about it from back with Gus, the old man, when I was 7 years old. I mean, the stories he would tell me, and then I seen it. A guy that had that gastrointestinal, what I don't know, it's like acid reflux stuff. I seen him, instead of taking the pills, he took the pureed habanero and stuff, and it cured him. He just took a spoonful a day, or he put it on his sandwich and stuff. And so I've been a long advocate for the health benefits of capsaicin for years. And I'm talking, you go way, way back in time. But the best thing about it is when I just think I know it all, man, guess what? A new study comes out and finds out something more, something better. I've heard that putting tincture under someone's tongue that's having a stroke can actually stop the stroke. Now I don't know how true that is, but I know that it's been done, especially in foreign countries. They actually make tincture all over the place. Right. Colton said that last night. His acid reflux came back. That's 100% right. You want to know why? Why do you get cap cramps, Jason? Why? Because this right here is an alkaloid. It's an alkaline. This right here is an acid. This is why eating freaking Tabasco sauce or Frank's Red Hot is not good for your acid reflux because it's vinegar. It's mostly vinegar. See what I'm saying? Now, this stuff's acidified too because it's fermented, but because it's using super hots, it's got a lot more capsaicin in it, and so they can. That's why if you're gonna do a hot, even the steak sauce, this is my scorpion steak sauce. That if that was a regular steak sauce, I'd get heartburn from, and I don't get heartburn from many things, but certain steak sauces, pepperoni, I don't know, black beans, if they are dried and then rehydrated, not the canned ones. The canned ones don't bother me. There's very few things that give me heartburn, and I don't get heartburn every time I eat them. But even something like this, the steak sauce, if that didn't have the scorpion pepper in it, it'd probably give me heartburn. So yeah. So I learned that from a young age that capsaicin is an alkaline. It's an alkaloid. It's an anti-acid, and that is why we get cap cramps when we eat too much. And it's not too much. I feel stupid for even saying. I wish I could eat more because I can't, man. I just had to have potatoes in that burrito to eat this pepper. If I would have had just eggs and bacon and ate that pepper, I'd have cap cramps right now. That's how bad it is. My stomach's very sensitive to the pods. But that's what I'm saying. You're right, Jay. Yeah, I should be ashamed of myself saying that. But the thing is, whatever. When you eat a certain amount, you get cap cramps because your stomach is acid. It's acidified. The capsaicin is alkaloid, and they fight. They fight each other. That's why people that have acid reflux, ulcers, heartburn, eat a hot pepper. Eat a hot pepper. You will feel better. You can eat a hot sauce, but you better make sure it's something that has less vinegar in it. You want to eat like Ed Curry sauces. I'd say the Reaper Squeezins, the Chocolate Death, or the Triple X, the Gator, whatever. Those have vinegar, but they're very thick. You can tell there's more pepper than vinegar. Those would be a good sauce to eat to help your acid reflux out. Um, I would say sauces like my Monster Mash and stuff, I'd say those are probably a 50-50 shot. They're not going to hurt you or help you, I don't think, because they're fermented, so they have that acidity in it. And I always add a little bit of vinegar, um, always a little bit of vinegar to them because it gets so thick you got to thin it out just enough so you can bottle it. Plus, I like it. I like the taste just of a little vinegar in there. But yeah, capsaicin is the wonder drug. It is like seriously, you know, just something that's so good. And me, it's like me. If I go a day without it, also you got to figure it helps with digestion. And me, if I go a day, eat a fresh serrano. Yeah, man, I'll tell you something about the serranos. I'll never buy a serrano pepper from the store ever in my life, man. Ever. Unless I find them at a farmer's market or something, them things don't. They're like a green pepper. They don't burn me. They don't have any flavor. That's like most of jalapenos too. It's crazy. Yeah, most jalapenos don't. They just have nothing to them. Now I did have some. I froze some jalapenos last year. And the last batch of mean green I made. Oh, from North People Serrano. Yeah, that'd probably help them out. Uh, I had jalapenos last year that I wish I could get more. Um, Real dark green, small ones, organically grown, and they would light you up. It was incredible. But I actually made a batch of mean green and had to throw some tomatillos in it to tone it down. because that sauce, that particular version of it was, a medium heat um, for just normal people. And what's medium to me is regular hot to non-chili heads and so on and so forth. Uh, Me, it's like I can't detect like hotness in a lot of hot sauces. Sauces just don't burn like pods or tincture. But anyways, guys, this has been a long video, man. Thanks for hanging out with the bull cow, Jason. I'll get in touch with you later, buddy, and we'll figure out what I'm sending tomorrow. I got Sergeant Dunn's pecans in the dehydrator now. I'm gonna take them out in a couple hours, bag them up. But love you guys. Thank you for waking up with the bull right here on your FM dial. Yeah.